is a cow, right? Well, not necessarily. Did you know that there are different types of cows? And these happen to be Black Angus, so they're beef cows. And just like dogs, there's different breeds of cattle that have different characteristics. And these are the ones that would be like we would get our hamburgers or steak from. And so they're going to be a different body build, a little more round, fuller, way more. And we'll visit the dairy soon and I'll show you the difference between a dairy cow and a beef cow. Here I am at the dairy. This is where our cow is currently living because she recently had a calf and is now milking. My daughter shows her cow named Carmela at the Boulder County Fair. I'll introduce you to Carmela's calf later in this video clip. The calf nursed from Carmela the first day she was born in order to get the first milk, which is called colostrum. It's full of essential nutrients or vitamins that the calf needs in order to survive and thrive. Colostrum is the perfect food because it has a much higher fat content than regular milk. It gives the calf energy. I'll pan with my camera over so you can see the other newborn calves in their huts, and you also get a sense of how many other dairy cow moms live here too. This is our girl here. This is Carmela. She's a brown Swiss. These are all dairy cows. And where you think of a beef cow as kind of a weightlifter, they're stocky and their energy goes toward building muscle and storing fat. That makes for tasty meat. A dairy cow is more like a marathon runner. They're more lean and more angular in shape, and their energy goes into producing milk rather than building muscle and storing fat. So Carmela is going to make like 8 to 10 gallons of milk per day. She would get milk 2 or 3 times a day to keep her comfortable and healthy. And cows can only produce milk when they have babies. Both dairy and beef cattle are bred to only have 1 calf a year. And they get milked, so there's 365 days in a year. They get milked for about 300 of those days, and then they take a rest for about 2 months when they get ready to have a baby. So a baby's going to be called a calf, and cows are called, or I should say, calves are called heifers until they have a baby, and then they're called a cow. And that's a female. It's called a heifer. A male is going to be called a steer, and steers don't become daddies. It's a bull that becomes a daddy. Hi, Carmela. I miss you. Congratulations on becoming a mama. You're so big. Carmela eats, this is called silage.
It's a mix of corn stalks, corn kernels, and other grassy material.
Thanks for visiting the dairy with me. Check out all the cows that are here. This is where your milk comes from. Not the store. It starts here. Bye, Sprouts. Carmela gets milked twice a day, and this is done by a pump versus milking by hand. Milking by hand would take about a half an hour per cow at the dairy or longer, whereas using the pump only takes about 5 or 10 minutes. Thanks for visiting the dairy with me. This is Carmela's calf. She's a week old now, and her name is Kizzy. When you name a registered calf, which is a show animal, it's named after the breeder, a man named Tyrell Pullman. So we use his initials, TP, then the calf's sire or father, who is named Cashmere. Then the calf needs to have a name that starts with the same sound as its father, like the C or K sound in Cashmere. So the calf's name is TP Cashmere Kizzy, or Kizzy for short. Starting on the second day of a calf's life, it's fed from a bottle if it's a dairy cow. This helps reduce the risk or chance that the baby will get a disease transmitted or passed on by its mom. Kizzy is so slurpy and bubbly. Since she is not directly nursing from her mom, this is when the dairy will begin to gather all the milk that Carmela's body is producing or making.